Hello everyone, what's up? I hope you're all doing well. I'm fine, trying to keep myself busy, so a few days back I built myself a set of 3 acoustic panels that I want to hang on the red wall that is just behind me. I will not talk much about the build itself because there are plenty of videos already available on YouTube how to build acoustic panels. I'm curious to find out does it make sense to hang like 3 acoustic panels on one wall in a rather unpleasant sounding living room. Will it work? How much will it affect the sound? And probably most important, will you be able to tell the difference watching video on YouTube that I recorded with rather cheap home recording setup? The build is very simple. I didn't use any fancy or expensive tools, just a handsaw, drill driver, a manual stapler gun and a pair of scissors. So that's all you need. Materials I used for the build are few pine planks, 100mm width, rockwool rock slab acoustic, 70mm thick, size of a piece is 60 by 100 centimeters, which is the size of my panel. Very thin sort of agricultural fabric just to prevent particles of mineral wool from becoming airborne, and the covering material. That can be whatever you prefer, but just have in mind that it shouldn't be too thick or too stiff, because then it might bounce off some sound waves, which will then decrease the efficiency of absorption of your panel. Technically speaking, the panel should work better when there is some air between absorbing material and reflecting surface. In my case, I didn't want to have any separation between panel and wall, so I decided to have this difference inside of a panel. This is my living room. It's around 16 square meters, rectangular shape with a shorter side just over 3 meters and a quite low ceiling at 2.5. Also, the building is from the 70s, so walls are made of really hard concrete. Only from this description you can imagine that the room doesn't sound really well. There's quite a bit of like a flutter echo going around, and it's really hard to get a natural sound of the instrument. I hope that these panels will trap some of these reflections, and therefore recordings will sound a little bit nicer and more natural. In front of me I have a pair of Octava MK12 microphones going into Zoom H6, so definitely not a high-end setup. I'm going to play some fingerstyle parts, and after that I will do some strumming with a pick. Okay, so now let's hear the guitar without the panels. I've always wanted to do this YouTube trick. Okay, so let me play exactly the same thing and try to hear the difference. Just to make sure, let's try listening to 2 tracks alternating. So what do you think? Were you able to hear any difference between these 2 tracks? Let me know in the comments, I'm very curious about that. I know it's a rather subtle acoustic treatment, but still, it's our living room, so I can't do anything I would like to. I'm not sure how much of a difference is audible in the recording, but I can definitely tell you that it feels good. So in my opinion, the panels do the job quite well, especially having in mind the low cost of the build and the fact that I treated only one wall. I have some other ideas to improve the acoustics of my living room, but for now I'm happy with what I've got. That's it for today. I hope this video was helpful if you were thinking about getting yourself acoustic panels and hanging them in your living room. Now I'm off to play some guitar. Thanks for watching and see you next time.